Hello, welcome to The Siren's Call, a visual novel developed by The Pen Sword, available on Steam. And well, apparently, this is about saying goodbye to your friends after solving a big mystery. You know, kind of like they already had like a big Scooby-Doo adventure. And, you know, the premise is like that's kind of the epilogue of this story. Right? So that sounds pretty interesting. But also, not all is what it seems, as it turns out. And I guess, we'll see what that means. It's a bit of a slow burn, though, apparently. It's about like 7 hours or so. So it might be a little longer since I read everything. I will see where it's worth it, I guess. And I guess a little content warning as well before I begin. This game is tagged as psychological horror, so there may be some disturbing elements, I think especially involving mental health. So your discretion is advised. Let's begin. Okay, we'll start with a little quote. Writer is congeniently unable to tell the truth, and that's why we call what he writes fiction. And fiction is life through which we tell the truth. I like that quote. That is true. A lot, fiction stories. They're good if it's based on, real life experience, but obviously there's a layer of fiction to it. Anyway, Siren's Call, Florida. Apparently we're in Florida. The Cape? Is it Cape? It's Cape, right? The Cape just fired another rocket into the sky, but nobody's looking at it. Looking down at the heartless asphalt, they're panicking. But I won't look down. I can't. So I'll keep looking up at this rocket. Rockets. No matter what the experts say, rockets only exist for one purpose. They're our ticket for leaving home. The prototype of our salvation. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows we're gonna need to get the hell off this planet. But Florida has amusement parks, beaches, bottomless margaritas, they say. So it's good at helping people ignore how screwed we are. They still know, though. Everybody knows. But nobody talks about it. Okay? You need to look down, Oliver. That's the duplicity of Florida. It's our gateway to the cold, inevitable unknown, and our own personal lotus land. So here we arrive, and from here we shall leave. That is our claim to flame. I would say flame? No. That is our claim to fame. Oh, and the weather. That's right. We're famous for hurricanes. Yes. This isn't how adults deal with their problems. Maybe someday, when all our bags are packed and our fancy new rockets are stuffed to the brim with human cargo, a giant hurricane will inexplicably cover the state. We'll be trapped, forced to live with the consequences of our actions. We'll be unable to run away. Okay, cut the crap, Oliver. It's your fault this happened. You need to own up to it. Okay. Well, we're introduction to the state of Florida, I guess. Something about like rockets and margaritas. Don't look at it. We'll be unable to run away. I love people, but there's a part of me that kind of wants something like that to happen, I think. It'd be nice. Yeah, there's some sense of justice in all this. But I love people too much. Even if they're confusing and inconsistent, I still want to lift people up. Literally, with my giant biceps. Now, good people lift each other higher and higher towards what they're meant to be, towards their own personal heaven. Not because it's easy, because it's right. Yeah. Good people are like rocket fuel. What a strange simile. Or maybe they're more like the fuel tank itself, burning away at their combustible innards. I wonder, does anybody even go fish those fuel tanks out of the ocean? Are they required to? I doubt it. They're just empty husks after all. Even so, somebody has to be a fuel tank. It might as well be me. I'd rather be me than anyone I care about. I'd rather it be me than Violet. Violet. Wait, why am I thinking about this? I don't know. There's a whole prologue here, which is kind of confusing. But sure. People were panicking just now. They were panicking so much that nobody was watching the rocket. Wouldn't that be considered normal? Isn't it normal to be afraid? Maybe I'm wrong about all this stuff. About rockets and human beings being rocket fuel. Maybe we don't need to be trapped here by a hurricane or whatever. Yeah, the world was lovely once. A veritable Garden of Eden. Maybe that's not what we need to mature as a species. Things might just be better somewhere else. After all, isn't that why we all work so hard to help you leave? Lose yourself in Siren's Call. Well, this is a very confusing introduction that explained nothing, but sure. You have 5 new messages. Great. Yeah, I've noticed in general the game has a bit of what do you call it? It's that meme sort of, aesthetic kind of vibe to it. You just call it aesthetic, I guess, right? What is it? You don't call it specifically anything. You just call it aesthetic, even though that doesn't make any sense. But anyway, just looking at the buttons here. You can save the game. I'll save the game with the floppy disk that I'm sure in 10 years nobody would know what a floppy disk even is. I mean, in fact, probably the younger generation doesn't know what a floppy disk is. Anyway, you have the messages. First message. Okay, Miss Lawrence. Hey there, college boy. It's Mom. Mom? Oh, Violet's mom anyway, obviously. Oh. She's not our mom, but she is a mom. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you. Can't believe you're actually going to college. I'm so proud. Anywho, I'll be back from Denver later tonight, assuming there's no delays. I'll probably be tired, so I'm just going to drop off my luggage and then we'll make a beeline for your hotel. We'll have time to drive through anywhere, so you should probably eat something before I pick you up. I'll likely be back by 8:30, so make sure you're ready to go by then, okay? What else? Oh, can you make sure Violet cleans a bit before I get there? I thought you two made much of a mess. It's just extra work, No pressure, though. Well, enjoy the day. Can't wait to hear about your summer. College, how exciting. Get ready. Very enthusiastic mother. To delete the message, press 9. I saved the message. Okay. Ashton? Dude, it's 2011. Apparently it's 2011. Get a cell phone. You're literally the only person I leave voicemails for at this point. I'm not doing this anymore once you move to Asheville. I mean it. It's dumb. Even Emil isn't that backwards, and I'm pretty sure he still carries around a pocket watch. Anyway, I'll be on Flagler at the usual spot. I'll buy you a burger or something, so come on down whenever. Later, bro. Next message. Okay. Sporty anime girl. Hey there, nerd. It's Andy. I'm sorry, but I can't. Got abs. Anyway, you're not getting out of training just because it's your last day in town, We'll have to cut it a bit short today, but that's fine as long as you make time to go back home and say goodbye to Judy as well. You are planning on doing that, right? You know she'd be devastated otherwise. Well, whatever. I'll be warming up at the park, so hurry on over. It's hot though, so bring some water if you don't want to die. Or don't, your call. Bye. He's muscular. Anyway, next message. Okay, Emil. Well, when I think of Emil, I think of, Nier, but anyway. Oliver, Emil here. I was wondering if you finished up with the book yet. We might not get another chance to discuss it in person, given the circumstances, and I can't think of a better way to spend the day. I'll be at the library when you're ready. Also, one other thing. Have you been deleting these voicemails like we discussed? I doubt anything would come of it, but it's best to leave our trail code, simply as a precaution. That sounds serious. Ominous. You're our leader, so I'm sure you've been on top of things per normal, but I figured it wouldn't hurt to remind you just in case. Regardless, I'll see you soon. Stay sharp. Okay. And a message. Next message. Oliver, hi, how are you? How's Violet? It's Judith, by the way, not Andy. I know we sound similar over the phone, but I don't want to confuse you again. Okay, so what does that mean? Are they twin sisters, or they just happen to have the similar voice? I mean, to be fair, it is hard to tell on the phone. You know, the phone is specifically like at least old phones. I don't know how it is with smartphones these days, but it is specifically tuned, you know, for like a certain frequency, right? To like maximize voice over like a line or whatever. So it is you don't really hear the full frequency of like someone's voice with the phone. You know, I've always had problems like hearing other people's voices on phones. I don't know. I never got used to it. Anyway, happy last day of summer, I guess. Are you feeling okay? Do you have any plans for today? I know you probably have to pack, of course, but after that, are you doing anything fun? It's the last day of summer, so it should be fun, right? Oh, you're probably busy, though. I'd be busy, too, if I was going to college. That's why you didn't answer the phone, right? Because you're busy? Why is Judith, like, giving off yandere vibes? You know, she's so needy. I'm sorry if I disturbed you. If I don't see you again, good luck at college. Make sure to let us know when you're back home for breaks and stuff, okay? Okay, good luck out there. Thank you, Oliver. Goodbye. Bye. Okay. Weird. And awkward. No new messages. Goal. Say goodbye to your friends. Alright, so, you know, that's the premise of the game. So it's kind of like, it reminds me sort of like Persona as well. Like, I mean, obviously the modern Personas. Persona 3, 4, and I guess 5, right? There's like 5 of them now. The first two kind of don't count, though, I feel like. The first two don't have the same, like, dating sim aspects as far as I remember. They're kind of retro JRPGs. Anyway. Check my voicemails again. You guys just do it just because. On the message. You check save messages. Investigate home. Oh, what the heck? What happened? Why is it so dark? This house does not belong to you. No. Okay, I'm looking at you. Okay. Don't worry about it. That didn't happen at all. Don't worry. Anyway, I was gonna say, oh yeah, it's kind of like Persona. You know how like you have a social link with everybody. You're like best friends with everybody, and then they take turns talking to you. You know, you're just so popular. I guess I don't know. I wouldn't know what it's like anyway. But like, I don't know. You just have so much time for everybody. Everybody that looks up to you, and then you're everybody's best friend, and they would literally die for you. I guess. I guess that's how it works. Anyway, window. A beautiful sunny summer day waits for me outside. Fun stuff. No, it might be fun. It might be fun. I've just got to have the right attitude. I've just got to keep going forward. Suitcase? It shouldn't take more than a few minutes to pack up all my clothes. Yeah, as long as I'm back a little bit before 8:30, everything should be good. Now, is it 8:30 a.m. or p.m.? I'm assuming 8:30 p.m., right? Apparently, Miss Lawrence, Violet's mother, it was away, but she'll come back by 8:30. That's what she said anyway. I don't know what she meant by that, but she was like really far away, you know? Because sometimes you do return home, you know? If you're like on a trip or whatever, you return home by the morning, you know? But, I don't know. I guess one of the perks of growing up poor is that you never really have much you need to pack. Kind of handy, actually. Easy life hack. Just be poor. Journal number 8. Now that the investigation is over, I should probably destroy this or something. I'm pretty sure Emil has recorded all the important stuff anyway. He uploaded it to the cloud, you see. Even so, it's hard to just let stuff go up in flames like that. Actually, in 2011, was the cloud invented yet? Or at least, for the typical consumer? I'm not sure. I don't remember. I don't think so. It's like 10 years ago, right? No. I can't get sappy. The smart thing to do is just leave it all behind. I've already made my choice. When I get up to Asheville, I'm burning this. End of story. Okay, burning the journal, I guess. Can I look at it again just because? Okay, no. Oop. Violet's bed. Go to her bedroom, I guess. I mean, there was that ominous thing about how, like, this is not our house or whatever, but that could be actually true. It seems like we're staying over Violet's house, with her mother for some reason. Violet's bed. She still hasn't changed the sheets from last time, has she? Well, goodbye, gross bed sheets. Goodbye, Mr. Dolphin and Mrs. Donkey. Did you dare tell anyone what we did in here? What did you do? Did you do some things that are rated R? I don't know. That's the implication. Anyway, Miss L's room. The sofa in your bedroom? I don't know. That feels weird to me for some reason. I shouldn't be in here. Why am I even in here? I click the option. Even though she hasn't been here all summer, I'm still a guest in Miss Lawrence's house. I should respect her privacy. But if she hasn't been in her room for this long, how does it still smell like wine? Okay. She like she's kind of like a stereotype, like young mother maybe, drinks all day. I don't know. That's the impression that I got from her. Bass guitar. I haven't played all summer, even though Violet keeps asking me to. There just hasn't been enough time, honestly. I can only play a few crappy ska songs anyway. Even if I enjoy playing them, that's still nothing worth showing off. Nobody remembers the bass players much anyway. Well, almost nobody, I guess. What does that mean? No. Spice rack. Look at the spice rack, just because. We have like a kind of like a random assortment of things to look at for some reason, but sure. An absurd number of spices hangs off the wall. One of the jars is labeled "Spice of Love" is almost empty. Is that the stuff she keeps sprinkling on top of my burgers? I'll allow it. Totally not like some kind of drug. Maybe it's a secret to, maybe it's a secret ingredient to a healthy relationship. Totally not cocaine. Couch. As much as I want to lay down for a bit, it's irresponsible to sleep my life away. Sounds like something Dad would say at the very least. Then again, maybe lack of sleep is why he's always so cranky. That's still on him, though. That's always going to be on him. Okay. Food processor. There's bits of black bean burgers stuck to the inside of the food processor. I guess Violet already made herself some lunch. Adorable. She's such a cute little herbivore, I swear. Kind of weird I didn't hear that thing go off when I was sleeping, though. Wonder what that is. Okay, so black bean burger, so it's like a vegetarian burger, Is that what it is? Interesting. I know they've made like Impossible burgers these days, what they call it, where they make like a meat substitute that tastes like meat, but like it's not meat, I guess. So you don't have to feel bad about it or something. Canvases. The stack in the living room is way smaller than it was yesterday. This next project of hers must be really important if she's bringing so many backup canvases. Hope she didn't have trouble carrying all of them out of the door. Why didn't she wake me up? I would have been more than happy to help her. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Gallery image. I guess you can look at that main menu if you wanted to. We looked at everything, I guess. I guess it's time to leave home. And kind of implication so far is, I guess Violet's her girlfriend, assumedly. I don't know. Seem to have a close relationship. We're living in her house, so. You haven't met her yet, though, as the player. But I guess Violet, is the maxed out social link. She was the waifu that was chosen the playthrough that doesn't exist in this game. Let's see. You're here. Go here. Go here. You know, it's a straight line. You know, it's very convenient that we can meet all our friends here in the straight line. And apparently, this is Florida. Was it? It was Florida, right? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm really bad at geography in general, but I especially don't really know American geography. I don't know how this is like in relation to anything really. Florida just sounds like a mythical land to me. It's as real as Hogwarts. Passerby. Hey there, Oliver. Lovely weather we're having today. Somebody I don't recognize says something to me while I'm walking. As nondescript and generic as this moment is, I still make an effort to smile and wave as we pass each other by. We nod and smile even though we don't know who this person is. We resist the urge to point at them and yell, "Who are you? Who are you?" Ash is sitting outside of Jake's grub bucket, playing on his cell phone. And I don't know, maybe I don't know. I was gonna say something along the lines of how this red hat reminds me of something. That's all I'll say, I guess. I don't know. It's the red hat has been ruined for me. Anyway, red cap. Anyway, he noticed me approaching though, and gets up from his seat, flipping his phone closed in the process. Hey, dude. He looks at me for a second before turning toward the restaurant. You hungry? I'm hungry, so let's get some food. Oh, and I'm buying. But you gotta order water if you're thirsty, okay? You can get whatever food you want, but I'm not paying $3 for a soda. That's true. I mean, these days, when if I get something from fast food or whatever, I actually don't buy soda anymore. I don't know, last time I had a soda. Oops, I guess it was... Well, not that it matters, but that's number 4. Number 2 is over here. It's vertical. Weird. Anyway. Delete this one? No, whatever. Doesn't matter. But very slight OCD where I want my saves to be ordered in a particular way. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, soda. I don't get soda anymore. Soda, last time I got soda, gave me a stomachache. I don't know. It's like the sugar is like too strong. I've been like cold turkey for like soda for so long now that the moment I drink some soda, like I guess big stomach aches. I don't get soda anymore. Anyway, money's kind of tight right now. No soda. Can't afford it. It doesn't take long for Ash to place our order. I always get a steakhouse burger when I come here anyway. I guess he's picked up on that. He even remembers that I like mine medium rare, and tells the waitress as much during our order. What a considerate friend. It's a real treat to watch him be accommodating like this, given how abrasive he is sometimes. Normally, whenever the 6 of us eat, Ash just plays on his phone until the food arrives, letting Emil and Judith do most of the strategizing. There's nothing normal about today, though, is there? I'm gonna be a real man. Or... I read that weird. It's supposed to be like... I'm gonna be real, man. Yeah. I'm gonna be real, man. Things were really shitty before I met you. Ash immediately jumps into it, as brazen as always. He fiddles with the bandage on his wrist before eventually squeezing it with his right hand. I was wondering about that bandage. And even after that, I was still pretty sure the summer was gonna be lame. No offense. I had it all planned out. I was gonna work with Dad on the weekdays, maybe hop online at night and play some Bone Sword with you in a meal. Is that what that shirt stands for? Bone Sword? Some kind of MMO? Yeah, it looks like it reminds me of D&D, but I guess it's not D&D. I was gonna keep on trying shit like that and over again. The next day, the next, until... I don't know. Until I started feeling like an actual adult, I guess. That was the plan. That was my plan. It was all I had. Ashton scowls, putting more pressure on his wrist. I never thought I'd end up being a hero. I didn't even know something like that was possible for a guy like me. I always thought I was just some jerk. Just another one of those punks at school nobody gives a damn about once you're not stuck in the same class as them anymore. The kind of kid that's stuck being a kid forever. Crazy how things ended up, though. Okay, you can ask some questions. Obviously, I saved the game. You are amazing. How's your wrist healing up? Do you really think it's all over then? I don't know if these are exclusive choices. How's your wrist healing up? I'm curious about that. Here, I'm gonna ask that one. My wrist. Yeah, it'll heal. Still stings a bit though. I don't know if you saw, but that thing bit down to the bone when it attacked me. If it wasn't for Emil jumping in, I'd probably have a hook for a hand. Which would be dope, but a lot harder to explain to my old man, know what I mean? I'm excited to see how the scars end up looking though. Not gonna lie. I don't really know what I'm gonna do now though. All the important stuff is over. So I guess it's time for me to start acting like an actual adult. Regress. Okay, we can choose to regress. Apparently. Okay. Oh, that just goes back. Weird. Anyway. So apparently, yeah, the story of his injury is that something bit him? Like a dog or something? Or is it like literally like a monster, like in Persona, you know, like some kind of demon or whatever. What do you call it? Shadows? At least in Persona 3 anyway. I think they're called shadows. You are amazing. I feel amazing. Every time we came out on the other end of that locker, I had to make peace with the fact that tonight could be the night. Locker. We all could have died back there, you know. We never really talked about it much, but we definitely could have just ate shit and died, right? My old man would have no way of knowing what happened to me. I used to think about that part a lot when we first started. Like, what would happen to my body and stuff? I didn't know if anybody would be able to find it. I wasn't sure if I rot back there, or if I end up like those guys they found with their heads split open on the sidewalk. I didn't know which could be worse, honestly. It was really creepy, going into that place every night. But I think being brave isn't the absence of fear. Bravery is doing what needs to be done, even if it's scary. Even if you're terrified. I used to be such a coward back in high school, starting fights that I'd never had a chance of losing. It's not enough just to fight, though. It has to be a fight you may not win. I feel like I finally earned the right to view myself as brave now. I feel brave. I feel amazing. I don't really know what I'm gonna do now, though. All the important stuff is over. Regress. And we can ask the other question, I guess. I guess these questions are not exclusive because we have the power to regress for some reason. So you really think it's all over then? That's what Emil says anyway. And that nerd hasn't been wrong yet. I'm sure we're fine. Those sudden death incidents were happening a whole bunch before, right? And now we've gone 2 weeks without anybody seizing. That's gonna mean something, dude. Not only that, but the backside of the locker has been completely dead every time we've gone in since. I get where you're coming from, but that place is a total wasteland now. So relax, okay? You did good. We all did good. Well, what if I want to go back, though? What if I want to go back to the locker and grab my level 99 sword and continue grinding experience and gold? What if I want to do that, huh? Maybe I just want to grind a bit more gold, okay? To afford, like, a new gaming console. Because that's how it works, right? You just go into, like, the demon dimension. And then you just fight some monsters to get money. That's how it works. I don't know what I'm going to do now, though. All the important stuff is over. Okay, so we've already asked a question, so I guess we have the option to just, we can just click. So yeah, we don't have to regress every time, we just have the option to. So it's interesting that we can do that, but we don't have to, I guess? I don't know if it's like a thing where it's just a mechanic where we can just ask all the questions, or if it actually affects anything, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, all the important stuff is over. Working at B-Mobile with Dad probably isn't gonna cut it, though. I don't want to be one of those dudes that peaked when he was 18. I don't think that's going to be good enough anymore. But it'll be pretty hard to top everything that's happened to us. When I do, though, I want to be able to let my brother-in-arms know about it. So... Ashton places something on the table. It's a brand new cell phone, along with a pretty slick looking case to go with it. This is for you. I'm not gonna be one of those guys you were friends with in high school and they never ended up talking to again. I can't help but try to hide my discomfort as Ashton slides the phone across the table. What? You were gonna buy one anyway. So take it. We have some spares lying around the house anyway. I'm sure Dad won't miss it. I do as I'm told and put Ashton's gift in my backpack. My handy dandy backpack. You're the only one of us actually leaving Florida, so I figured you're the one that needed a new phone the most. Emil, Judy, and Andy are all within walking distance, and Violet isn't leaving Siren's Call anytime soon. Siren's Call. I mean, that's the name of the game. What does it mean? That only leaves you. We can't talk about what happened with other people, so it's important we all still have a way to keep in touch, isn't it? Like, we fought together, dude. We did the thing. We did the trope in anime where we fight each other, or not fight each other. We fight, we fight the evil bad guys together. We're like we like speed run our friendship, and we get really, really fast friends, and we're like best friends in like 2 episodes. We bled together. You're not just gonna drop off the face of the earth, right? Of course not. Okay, cool. You better keep to that. When I start my new badass life as an adult, I want you to be able to know about it. Don't tell the others, but I've been thinking about getting a houseboat when I'm finally able to move out of my dad's place. I have no idea what I'm gonna do for a job, though. Hey, I know pirates aren't really a thing anymore, but how about detectives? We've both got some experience solving mysteries now, don't we? Maybe if the whole higher education thing doesn't work out, you can move back down here and the two of us can start something up. There might even be a way to turn what we did in the underworld into something that makes us some serious cash. And then the underworld? They mentioned the locker and now the underworld. I mean, that's what I was saying, just kind of like get some loot, Who needs a job when you could be a JRPG protagonist and just grind on monsters all day, That's the life. It'd be nice to keep doing what we've been doing, but actually get paid for it. What do you think about that, my dude? We talk about Ashton's ideal future until our food arrives. After a bit, we finish eating, and Ashton, true to his word, puts the bill. Damn. I guess this is it, huh? I'm sure you got other things that you gotta do, so I'll leave it to you. Or leave you to it? Ashton walks over and hands me a small slip of paper with his phone number on it. Give me a call once you've touched down in Nashville, alright? Love you, bro. Thanks for the adventures. Wow. I love you, bro. That's a very, I don't know. Guys don't say that. Unless you're gay, I guess. But I don't know if there's a homosexual implication here. I think they're actually just friends, but, guys don't say that to each other usually. That's just, I don't know. It's not like, it's not, I don't know how to say it, but it's not a bad thing, but it's just not a common thing, I acknowledge Ashton's sincerity with a reassuring thumbs up. I'll see you soon. He says bro a lot. Is he like our actual bro? It makes sense we're family, I guess. I'm not sure. Anyway. I'm just assuming he's doing bro as in bro, just in general. Yeah. Stay cool. I don't think he's our brother. Oh. Journal pages 2 through 6 have been recalled. Interesting. Also, Okay. When you paint a big fake smile on your face, it only takes a little rain to wash it off. Remember that. Ah, yes. Totally not creepy at all. Don't worry about it. That wasn't creepy at all. Alright. Okay. We gotta say goodbye to everyone. We said goodbye to him. We go back to Vi's house for some reason. I don't know why you would do that, to be honest. And you also have 8.5 hours left? I don't know. I wonder if this is strange gameplay thing where if we just go back and forth and waste time for some reason, we just don't say goodbye to the rest of the people or something. I don't know. I don't know why you would do that. But anyway, let's say goodbye to muscular anime girl. who's like jacked. You know? Hey kid, how's your lady friend doing? Somebody I don't recognize says something to me while I'm walking. As nondescript and generic as this moment is, I still make an effort to smile and wave as we pass each other by. I don't know who that person is. Just an NPC, I guess. Random NPC that I talk to. Andy is doing some pull-ups on a set of bright green monkey bars. At first, it almost seems like she's in some sort of trance, completely focused on the rhythm of her workout. As we move the sprite up and down, I guess. Blah! But then she jump scares me and kills me. But then I step into her domain, and like some sort of homicidal jungle predator, Andy flings herself into the air and starts barreling toward me. Hey there, Slim. Glad you finally made it. Without missing a beat, Andy stands up straight, walks over, and slaps me on the butt. What? This is sexual harassment. You ready to run? We don't have a lot of time left to dawdle, you know. Come on, let's get out there. She's already several yards away from me by the time I'm done processing everything that's just happened. As silly as exercise seems right now, I know better than to try and fight her on this. And so I do as I'm told and start jogging after my friend. So running all over the island. Apparently we're on an island, I guess. Our route pretty much takes us all over the island. With the exception of a few motivational insults to keep me moving, Andy stays mostly quiet as we cut our way through Siren's Call. Okay, so Siren's Call is the island, I guess. Right? I'm assuming that. I don't know if it's a real place, but that's what this place is called. That is, of course, until we get to his house. You already met up with him today, right? So he should be home by now. Andy peeks over the dilapidated fence, staring into the dark grove of palm trees and ferns shrouding Ashton's home. His TV isn't on. I swear, if that boy's out working, I'm gonna bop into the next week. He trashed her unless you're ambidextrous. There's no way you're gonna be able to jerk with a broken wrist. You have blue balls for the rest of your pathetic little life. Are you good with that? Okay. Andy waits for some sort of response. But no lights flick on from within the house, no voices come bearing sarcastic retorts from the bramble. Unreal. Moron, does he know that your body can't heal itself if you keep putting pressure on it? He's out there lifting boxes with his bum of a father when he should be resting. She grits her teeth and begins sprinting away from the property. Okay. Oddly enough, the air around me is insult-free for the remainder of our jog. After some time, Andy and I reached the halfway point of our normal route, the arid walkway in front of our old high school. Andy, for some reason, looks as though she's about to vomit. I barely have any time to rest before she turns back around and starts jogging again. Sorry, but we're not stopping here. Even the rest of us are still alive. That school will always reek of death. Okay, so it is implied that it's very much like Persona. I gotta say, I'm pretty sure this game is inspired by Persona, like, general plot, but, you know, it's like a bunch of high schoolers, they go into, like, a weird dimension to fight monsters or whatever, and also, like, I mean, Persona 4 in particular, but, you know, like, people die, I guess, mysteriously, and that's kind of like the idea. Oh, can't wash it up, can't wash it up, can't wash it up, can't wash it. And nothing can change that. Come on, I'm not slowing down. We'll do our stretches back at the park, alright? Even though my body's numb with fatigue, I do as I'm told and follow Andy. After what feels like hours, we finally make it back to the park. I find the nearest bench and collapse on it. Andy, unfazed, throws her right leg up on a picnic table and begins stretching. Oliver, we've been over this. If you don't stretch immediately after running, you're just going to be sore in the morning. Is that true? I've actually heard, like, mixed opinions about that, you know, whether or not to stretch before and after a workout, you know, whether it helps or not. I don't know. No idea. Well, get up. You need to get in the habit of doing this. Get up and stretch. We don't have a choice. After psyching myself up a bit, I do as I'm told and walk over to Andy. We stretch our bodies using the crusty wood of the picnic table to prop ourselves up. I hope you realize how important it is to actually do this kind of stuff. Even if you're okay with being sore tomorrow, you need to be able to defeat the voice in your head that's telling you to relax. That's the real reason we do this, Captain. It's not even really about being healthy. It's about being able to win every argument you have for yourself. It's about destroying the parts of you that are weak. It's about willpower. Oh yes, pain is weakness leaving the body. Andy smiles at me, clearly satisfied with her monologue, and sits down on the table, signaling to me that our workout is over. You see, right now you're still inexperienced, so your mind's like a ball of wet clay. When outside forces put pressure on it, it'll conform into whatever shape it needs to be in order to be comfortable. Exercise is an outside force, except unlike most things, we get to decide what we're exposed to it. Which is perfect. If we know that pain is coming, then we can use it. We can use the pain to condition ourselves and fight those urges to be comfortable. We can use it to kill the parts of us that are slow and weak. And once that weak part of you is dead, there's nothing left but strength. Which I promise is going to come in handy once you start doing all-nighters or whatever. Your brain's it's going to be all, I can just do this essay in the morning, I should sleep, blah blah blah. And you're going to be all, like, shut up brain, you don't control me. And then you'll think, wow, Andy's so cool for making me stretch, I should buy her something nice next we're going to go visit her and Judy. So yeah, get good. Get good, noob. Okay. Well, thank you for worrying about me, Coach. Of course, it'd be stupid if I wasn't worried. As dependable as you are, I don't think anybody can be fully prepared for adulthood. Yeah, the old farts like to shoot advice our way any chance they get, but the truth is that adulthood is an entirely different beast for each person. We have no way of knowing if what worked for them is going to work out for us. There's no way you can know for sure what's going to happen when you get to Asheville. You could get mugged outside of the airport, or seduced by one of your dorm mates only to find out they're a mass murderer. Keeps their victims' severed toes in a jar. What? Or, biology might be kind of tough. In all honesty, it could be fine. Really, it could. But you don't know what's going to happen to you. There's no way you can know. So the only thing you can do is make sure you're strong enough to handle anything the outside world throws at you. If some maniac tries to chop your toes off, I want to be able to make sure you have a strong enough body to take them on. Or at least they have strong toes. And a strong enough mind not to panic once you realize what's going down. If anything were to happen, well, you're like family at this point. Judy would be devastated. Which reminds me. I'm sure you already know that Judy wants to see you one last time before you leave, right? Regress. I regress. I regress, Judy. The third wheel. I don't know. I'm getting some vibes that Judy is like, someone we rejected or something. I don't know. I'm just getting those vibes. Let's see. What about this question? You really think college would be that difficult? It's always going to be difficult, Cam. Always. You'll get cocky just because you accomplish something difficult as a unit. You don't get a free pass a lot just because you were part of something big when you were a teenager. That's not how this works. Even your challenge seems smaller by comparison. As an adult, you'll be the only one responsible for accomplishing them. It won't be my fault if you aren't motivated and flunk out of college, or Amu's fault you never find a stimulating job. Ash won't be there to save you from boredom, and Judy can't force you to be a kind person when the world tempts you with cruelty. Not Vi's love won't save you, end up hating yourself regardless. Back in the underworld, we cover each other's weaknesses by working together. That's the only reason we survived. But from this point onward, everything is completely on you. Your weakness will be your own and no one else's. Which is why I gotta do everything I can, right here and right now, to make sure you're strong enough to beat that weakness out of you. Don't think I can do, but that's what I'll keep doing. Or I guess that's what I've been doing. This is your last day here. We really don't have much time left, do we? Which reminds me, I regress. Because I want to see all dialogue. That was quite the monologue. Good, it better have been. You need to care about this stuff, Captain. It's important. Judy always goes on and on about how great of a coach I am. But it's hard to know if you For sure if you actually help someone, isn't it? After all, it's not like I can use your passion as a metric. Even the most passionate people can mess up horribly when it matters most. And when they do mess up, when they break a leg or split their head on the pavement, how much of that is my fault? It's all so hard to keep track of. I can never know for sure if I'm doing everything in my power to help you guys. There's no way to know. It's stupid. But if everybody keeps saying, or if what everyone keeps saying is true, then that's what I have to work with. Judy's right. There's nothing to worry about. You'll be fine, college. You'll be fine. Okay, and then which reminds me, I'm sure Judy wants to see you one last time. Have you gone to see her yet, Oliver? I'm saving her for last, I think. Well, I can lie, I guess, for some reason, but... Well, I'm saving it again. Yeah, I've noticed... I mean, it's very, very much like... a lot of visual novels, I guess. But we're very much like a silent protagonist. You know, it's like we don't really speak up unless we answer a question or giving a question, I guess, at some point. But, you know, we don't talk a lot, which makes sense. It's kind of interesting how, like, I don't know, I mean, so far, it's actually kind of interesting how, like, there's this whole backstory that we don't know much about. And, like, all the characters already know who we are and everything. So, like, there's so much assumptions, you know. Anyway. No, not yet. Well, I know what we're doing then. And he grabs my arm and yanks me off the table. You smell like crap, but you can wash up in the pool when you get home. I'm sure my sister will be thrilled to see you. Let's go, Cam. What? I'm too worn out to fight back, so I do as I'm told and follow Andy back to her house. Okay. I guess we're gonna go directly to Judy, or Judith.